You buy yourself a $6 coffee, nothing dramatic, and within 10 seconds, that tight feeling in your chest. You check your balance, twice. That's not you being careful with money, that's an alarm going off for the wrong reason, and it was installed in you before you ever paid a single bill. You buy the coffee, and before you've even taken a sip, your brain runs the math. That's 20 minutes of work, gone. You buy a jacket you actually like, and 2 days later you're standing in the return line, telling yourself it was impulsive, even though you thought about it for a week. And here's the strange part. You'll spend $40 on a friend's birthday without blinking. The same $40 on yourself takes you 10 minutes just to click buy. This isn't about being frugal. Frugal people don't feel guilty, they just don't buy the thing. What you're feeling is different. It's guilt after the purchase. Guilt that shows up even when you can clearly afford it. And that means the problem was never really about the money. It's about a rule that got written into you long before you had any money to spend. Pattern 1. The scarcity imprint. If money was talked about like a threat in your house, bills whispered about, arguments behind closed doors, your brain didn't learn we have less. It learned spending equals danger. Now, decades later, you don't need to be broke for the alarm to fire. It fires anyway because it was never tracking your actual bank balance. It was tracking a feeling from a house you don't even live in anymore. Pattern 2. The worth tax. Somewhere along the way, you absorbed the idea that pleasure has to be earned. Not with money, but with suffering. So spending on yourself feels illegal unless you've paid for it first, with exhaustion, with sacrifice. Guilt isn't punishing your wallet. It's guarding a rule that says you haven't suffered enough yet to deserve this. Pattern 3. The visibility fear. For some of you, spending feels dangerous because it makes you visible. Someone might notice, judge, ask questions. So you hide the bag. You cut off the price tag before anyone sees it. You downplay a purchase you're actually excited about. The guilt isn't about the money leaving your account. It's about being seen wanting something. Pattern 4. Borrowed guilt. Sometimes the fear you're carrying isn't even yours. It belongs to a parent who genuinely didn't have enough, and you inherited the anxiety without inheriting the actual scarcity. You're running someone else's emergency alarm system in a life where there's no emergency. None of this makes you bad with money. It means an old alarm is misfiring on a false threat. Here's the one shift. Before your next purchase, don't ask, "Can I afford this?" You probably already know you can. Ask instead, "Is this actually dangerous, or does it just feel like the old danger?" Then, buy the small thing, on purpose, without checking your balance 5 times after. That's how the alarm learns the emergency is over. But there's a stranger version of this same fear. People who feel it so strongly, they stop checking their bank account altogether. That's the next one.